It is spring 2017. The separatist sentiments that have been simmering for years in eastern Ukraine flare up again, and soon armed revolt has returned to the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. A local referendum is hastily conducted that splits these regions into their own autonomous state. The new separatist leadership asked Russia to provide security troops during the transition. Russian troops are quickly moved across the border into Luhansk and Donetsk regions. Their stated mission is a peacekeeping operation to restore order. A tense standoff results as the Ukrainian and Russian militaries stare each other down at the border of the new state. Local Ukrainian military bases are surrounded and isolated by Russian troops. In one blockaded base, the situation has become dire for the Ukrainian garrison. Low on food, water, and ammunition, the Ukrainian military take the decision to have a military convoy bringing relief aid and supplies to the beleaguered garrison attempt to break the Russian blockade surrounding the base. However, the widely held belief is that the Russian-backed separatists would most likely attempt to block such a move. However, not to resupply the garrison risks the whole base being forced to surrender, or worse, overrun. With this in mind, the plan is for a small, lightly escorted convoy to drive through the blockade, but with a stronger, more heavily armed force, Quick Reaction Force or QRF, on standby, ready to intervene as and when the convoy is ambushed. I have 4 trucks carrying much-needed supplies along MSR Delta to resupply the beleaguered garrison. My orders are to escort the convoy to the base along MSR Delta. It is expected at some point that my small convoy will run into a situation as the enemy seeks to prevent the garrison from being resupplied. In the event of contact, I will develop the situation as I deem appropriate. It is the commander's intent that the convoy reaches the base with the supply trucks intact. For this mission, I have 1st Platoon, 3 BTR-70s, a headquarters, and 3 squads, plus a command vehicle, also a BTR-70, and HQ team. Attached is also an air controller team who has on 5-minute standby air support from 2 Hind attack helicopters. My convoy consists of 4 supply trucks, heavily laden with food, water, and ammunition. The QRF, a mechanized platoon of 3 BMP-2s and 3 squads, plus a UAZ team with a scout team and sniper team, is shadowing the convoy. In the event of contact, the QRF can be in my area of operations within 13 minutes. Currently, the intel on the exact makeup of any enemy units in the AO is unknown. From what we have gleaned from radio reports, etc., it appears to be some paramilitary units, but there's evidence that some Russian detachments are bolstering their positions. I have just received an urgent radio report. This report, based on intercepted radio communications, strongly suggests that the enemy, most likely the Russian military, is planning some sort of intervention near a bridge crossing at my current location. So far, there has been no sign of any trouble, or contact of any description. There are only 2 crossing points over the river at this location. There is the bridge in the town, which is the obvious choice, but very exposed. This location, forming as it does a choke point, is the most likely location for any trouble. And there is the ford, which offers a risk of bogging my vehicles, but may be more covered. It is currently 0900 hours, and I just learned that an enemy mechanized unit is heading to my area of operations. Estimated time of arrival is 1000 hours. It is time to get this show on the road. The convoy moves out. My plan is to move into the village and secure the bridge crossing. Since this bridge crossing is the only surefire way I'm going to be able to get my trucks over the river. This is going to involve some close quarters fighting, which no doubt my men are not very prepared for.
As the convoy dismounts outside the village, they come under sniper fire. Unluckily for First Squad, they receive the first casualty of the battle. The response is quick and deadly. The platoon headquarters treats the casualty. Meanwhile, 2nd and 3rd squads move through the village in order to engage the remainder of the sniper team.